Oh, do you remember when I ran to get something before? Because I was talking about how important the keyboard is to me on
Yes.
Windows.
Yeah.
This right here. This is such an amazing little emulation box. The Aya Neo has become my favorite of the little portable Windows gaming machines that we've checked out recently. The that 10-cent funded one was just kind of too big. The GPD Win, which one was the latest one? Whatever. The last GPD Win that we reviewed, it's kind of too small now. Now that I've played on this one, this thing is freaking awesome. And I'm really looking forward to having a better keyboard, because while I use a 2-in-1 for my bigger portable device, and I can always unfold it and use the keyboard. With this thing, I actually have to use the built-in keyboard. So having one that's better with more features is absolutely a plus for me, and I'm super excited for it. It's also just man, it's so natural to use the split keyboard on here. So just having more features, more themes, I'm super into it. It's such a great little emulation box. My son is playing Super Mario RPG, really enjoying it so far, and he's doing it on here. It's like the perfect experience for that. I actually ran out and bought a copy of it. Did I tell you about that, Luke?
You did.
Anthony was
I
at
was very
Willow Video.
surprised.
I didn't know that both you and Anthony were Willow Video fans. But he apparently goes there just, to go there and just check it out because it's just a cool place to be. And he saw a copy of Super Mario RPG complete in box, actually in great condition. And he was like, hey, this is a little more than I want to spend, but it looks like it's less than what they're going for on eBay for complete in box. And it seems like the kind of thing you'd love to have. I love the Super Nintendo. I mean, that was my childhood, right? Yeah. And even though I didn't play Super Mario RPG as a kid, I played it as a young teenager, emulated, of course. And it was really exciting for me to have an opportunity to own it. And of course, there's a physical copy of it, which got my son really interested in it. So he wanted to play it. So I got RetroArch fired up on here. And now he can play it absolutely guilt-free in RetroArch because we own a copy of the game. So
there's some games that don't hold up. I feel like a lot of games from back then actually hold up somewhat okay. Like Super Nintendo games in particular, if they weren't trying to come across as like bleeding edge modern, then they hold up okay because like the art styles and everything are just like it's more of an art style instead of a limitation.
Like no offense, but Star Fox on Super Nintendo,
it's rough.
It's pretty bad.
Morrowind is atrocious.
Yeah.
Like I like one of my favorite games ever. You go back to play it unmodded, and it's just like
But some of the ones that leaned into the art style, Rock and Roll Racing is a game that is still outstanding all these years later. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
But yeah, it's I played it for the first time ever because I've emulated quite a few things, but I never emulated that, and I never owned it when I was a kid. But I played it way after the fact, and it was still great. Super Mario RPG is fantastic.
You know what's another game that I need to make sure I get this sweet community modded version of before it disappears? Did you see that the Super Mario World widescreen mod is now available for download?
No.
Man, I love the retro gaming community so much because that's yet another excuse for me to get yet more hours of entertainment out of that game. They actually modded the game to run completely like the actual original game. It's not a recreation. Mario jumps exactly the way he jumps in widescreen. So the level, you just actually see more of it. I am so excited.
I feel like that's kind of OP.
That's amazing.
Like it's overpowered. Like you can see some of it is like if you can see stuff earlier, you can react to it better.
That's fair.
It
but
changes the gameplay. It would still be fun to go through and play for sure.
I'm definitely going to go through. I'm going to play it. I'm really excited for it. Oh man, Nasty Anon says, I've got a copy of Final Fantasy III complete in box from when I was a kid. The only thing I have left from mine, I actually lost my cartridge when I moved from my dad's house to my mom's house. I left everything behind, including my Super Nintendo. So I was really choked about that. But the one thing that I do still have is my original manual. It is completely like destroyed, but not destroyed in like a it got destroyed way. destroyed in my parents won't
Destroyed
let me
from
play
love.
Nintendo right now, so I'm just gonna sit and like read the manual over and over and over again. It doesn't have the front or back cover. I just loved looking at the artwork and reading the little character bios and memorizing, blitz combos and all that kind of stuff. I was a kid, right? So I loved it.